Yeah, hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to update you on how I'm doing and the latest experiences I've had, medical experiences. As you all know, I was struggling and fighting a lot with Epstein-Barr reactivation. Was quite heavy virus load, and I was really struggling to get myself out of the acute EBV reactivation phase, which I have come out now sometime in the last months. So I went from the reactivated acute phase to the latent phase. So the virus still exists in my body. It's not diminished, but I have brought it down, so it doesn't really trigger and put me into bad symptoms from actual impacts. And also from my last video, you have seen my criticism on the medical health system here, at least in Germany, public versus private. And as I mentioned there, that if you want to heal, you gotta take money into your hands and go down the private route, go to specialized clinics and doctors, which I've done. So the results of visits there were actually that I have some clotted protein receptors hanging in my immune systems, and some values were really lingering and pointing out to some chronic infections, chronic immune reaction, and also to some sort of allergies and histamine intolerance reactions. So the suspicion I have now, after having beat, let's say, Epstein-Barr, is unfortunately that the longer this virus is present in the active acute form in your body, this can cause a variety of follow-up diseases and sicknesses. So how it turns out for me now is the suspicion that I've had, or I'm currently suffering, a light version of CFS and or mast cell reactivation syndrome. Not reactivation, mast cell activation syndrome. The CFS is partly due to my symptoms of being really tired, headaches, dizziness, and extreme fatigue, and heart pain, especially after some physical activity like biking or going for a very soft run, really minor, or walking too much. Don't get me wrong, I'm back to a normal good condition where I can actually do everything quite good, manage my daily life, including working, kids, and so on. However, I sleep really bad and I have these I just mentioned bad chronic fatigue syndrome symptoms. And the other one is, in terms of mast cell activation syndrome, is that I'm very sensitive to, let's say, histamine and let's say a lot of external stress factors like noise and so on and so forth. So given these two suspicions, I have now been suggested to perform an INUSpheresis. It's pretty much a blood cleaning where they filter out all the shit, the poison, toxins, pathogens, virus loads, not working or clotted proteins out of your body. I'm supposed to do 2 this week. Yesterday I did my first one, and in 2 days after today I will do the second one. And I basically would like to inform you how my experience was. The whole, I arrived, you're supposed to eat and especially drink a lot before this procedure. I arrived early in the morning at 9, and then if the, let's say, the blood circulation is in flow without any bigger circumstances, the whole let's say, process should take between 2 and 3 hours. In my case, it was exactly that. I arrived at 9 and I was out around 12. So after three hours, we had some problems sometimes with the blood to really pump the blood from my veins, so that my veins were actually delivering the right amount of blood through the time, because you need to reach a certain amount of plasma. The plasma, by the way, is, I will come to that in a second, but you need to reabsorb and filter out a certain amount of blood and clean a certain amount of plasma. So how this Inospheresis blood filter actually works is they take out the, in one arm, they take out your blood, and in the other one, they actually bring it back. While they take out your blood, the plasma is splitted from the actual blood, and then the plasma runs through certain different kind of filters where all the toxic pathogens, viruses, proteins, whatever is bad or the filter can actually filter out, is then filtered out there. And after the plasma has then been filtered, it's being brought back into or reattached to the blood, and the blood goes back into your system. And then after it is in your system, or while it is also going back into your system, you get other sort of vitamin, heparin and other infusions, especially heparin, in order to keep your blood fluid and not from clotting. So this is actually how, I must say, the process was really smooth, super organized. I arrived here in Hamburg, Germany. Treated me nice, and then they made a checkup of my blood values. EKG is like a heart screening of that, your heartbeats, your heart rhythm, blood pressure, and also heart rate is all fine. They check a couple parameters in your blood. You need to do some pre-checks before that, and then actually once this is fine, they put you a lot of heating packages on your body, so you stay throughout your body warm and not cold, because if you're feeling more cozy and warm, your blood is actually, or your veins are opening up and not closing, so your veins constantly can deliver blood, so to say. I mean, the way out and the way in. So I did that. Then before you start, they give you this medication, heparin, or some other let's say supplement, in order to stop your blood from clotting, so that it's really fluid, which makes sense. Of course, your blood is not supposed to get stuck or clotted in the machine or running through the filters. And then you do the process, and depending on your height and weight, you have a certain amount of blood plasma that needs to be filtered. And then depending on your height and weight, once this is finalized, you're actually fine. I must say, throughout the process, I didn't really notice anything. So it was quite smooth, because the way, I mean, it goes out and parallel it comes in. So you shouldn't really feel any sort of differences, except for once I felt a little bit of pressure here in my neck, and going to heart for 1 second, and then for 2, let's say, breathings, I had problems to breathe. I mean, it wasn't really an issue. It was just like, it was harder to breathe for 3 breathers. But other than that, it went all smooth. You need to imagine they constantly monitor you. There's someone all the time next to you checking the values and so on and so forth. Nothing's supposed to happen. They have all the medical guys, equipment next to you in case something happens. But also historically and statistically, of course, I've informed myself, nothing really went, there's not high risk, besides that you have maybe some heart palpitation for a couple seconds in the worst case, or you get some wounds in the area where they are actually injecting the needle. So it went really smooth, I must say. But afterwards, after I was done, you're supposed to eat really good. You need to make sure you are hydrated, eat high quality food, eat a lot, and take it easy for the rest of the day. So I must say, going out, I felt really tired. I mean, not tired like after being tired for sleep or tired after workout and so on, but just like, I couldn't really explain it. It's some sort of inherited tiredness. So you feel like your body has been going through something and actually did some work or some cell workout. So I mean, you feel really tired. And also, I mean, I went home. To give you an example, it's not this tiredness of feeling like sleeping. I went down to the sofa, I tried to sleep, closed my eyes, but I was wide awake because the night before I slept really good. So I couldn't really sleep, but it was more like, okay, you need to chill, It's also not dizziness tired. It's just like you feel like something happens in your metabolism, in your blood circulation, and something really, your body is doing the work for you and has been going through something. So here's actually here I'm pointing out, you see the poison that came out of my body, out of my cells after the filtering. And it was pretty amazing, I must say. Was interesting, amazing to see what modern technology can do. And of course, now you're curious about how I feel today and what I did today. So actually yesterday I was working a little bit, checking some mails, but mainly lying on the sofa, eating good, walking around here in the house a little bit, drinking a lot, spending some time with the kids. But I went really, really early to bed because at night I could then feel really the tiredness. I slept amazing for the first time in some time. I could really sleep and let go of everything. I don't know whether it's because of the Inuspheresis or not, but I think so, because I didn't sleep that good in a long time. I went to sleep quite early, 10 p.m. and I really took it easy. I slept until 8:30 a.m. this morning, so 10.5 hours. Today I was a little bit dizzy, like I always have been in the last months due to EBV and some other shit that has been going on in my body. But I must say now today, throughout the day, I feel like super energized. I have tons of energy, no headaches. I feel quite energetic. Been going out for walks a lot already, catching some fresh air. I feel like I kind of, and this kind of energy that you are having, like, okay, go have a workout, lose some energy, get some balance into your body, your system, and so on. So that was quite amazing. So today I'm still eating good, drinking lots of water, taking some supplements. And that's my experience. So from my personal subjective opinion, it's been worth it already. Of course, now I'm very excited to see how the second one goes, because with the first Inuspheresis, you get out all the centered shit, all the shit that is in your circulating, attached to your cells and so on. But once this is removed, all the shit from the sides, from the membranes and the stuff from your walls, the cell walls, is coming out. And then this swipe out is even more effective. So you gotta picture it like you have a room full of garbage, and with the first cleaning, you take pretty much everything that's visible. And once you have taken this, let's say, everything that's visible, then you have now room for all the shit from the closet, from the dirty, nasty corners that you cannot see. You have time, and your body or the room has capacity to actually get that dirt out of the deepest corners in your room, the closet, the hidden spots. So this comes all out, and then you take this nasty stuff out again. So the first one is the general one, whatever is in the synonymic way of a house, whatever you can physically see, that's being removed. And the second one, you take out all the nasty stuff from all the corners, because now there's place for this. So I'm super excited now in the second one in 2 days, to see then synergistically with the first one combined, to how I will feel then after a couple of days, and what's possible for me. So that's so far my update. I will keep you posted. Maybe I can even take a video on the second one, to just give a little bit more flavor of how actually the technology works. Is amazing, by the way, and I'm gladful that there are people that are that smart that can actually set this up. And of course, it's not cheap. You got to keep that in mind as well, the cost aspect, of course. Now, yesterday has cost around 3,000 euros. That, of course, the public insurance doesn't take over it, because they say, logically they would say they don't want to pay it, but they say it's not effective. But there are tons of studies that I've also read, and other patients reports that this is actually super effective. It's one of the big guns that can help, but of course it's an individual decision. So yeah, this fund is gonna cost me, just the 2 sessions are gonna cost me 6,000 euros, which is around $6,500–7,000. Tons of money, I know, but well, what are you gonna do? I've spent money for worse stuff, for tons of bullshit, and yeah, health is priceless. What are you gonna say? So of course, for myself, I made this informed decision, and yeah, if it works, which it already does for me, even if it's only placebo in my head, that's already fine for me. But my goal is to start now, especially after second, see how I feel that I can get physically up and active, doing a little bit of workouts, which is even more beneficial than for my health and my system. So I'll keep you updated. Super pumped, excited. Yeah, feel amazing and have a good day. Just yeah, wanted to check in on you and give you some grounds for maybe some background information for you and better decision making. Take care and have a good day. Hi guys, what I just really important, what I forgot to mention is really big change I noticed after the Inuspheresis today is I'm starting to sweat more again with activities. Last week and before all the last weeks, I couldn't really sweat whatever I was doing. I mean, I'm not talking about workout physical activities. I'm just talking about it's sunny, it's warm outside. I'm wearing 3 or 4 shirts and a hoodie and maybe a jacket. Super warm, and I'm walking. Usually I would have sweat. I didn't sweat anymore. I couldn't really sweat anymore in the last month. And now, today, I'm starting really that there's a change in my metabolism or my body to be able to be sweating again. So having said that, that's also a big change I noticed. So there's really going something on in your body, but yeah, keep in mind the body is working and actually doing something.